Don't trade pound Aussie until you watch this video. So a lot of forex traders ask me the question on, can I trade this market, or what do you think about this market in particular? And if it's to do with a cross pair, I always say the exact same thing to people. I always say we need to understand where the major currency pair is, because that is what you are essentially trading. What I mean by that is when you're trading the pound Aussie, like here for instance, which is the chart that I'm looking at right now, you're not just trading the pound against the Australian dollar, okay? You are trading pound US dollar, okay, the actual pair, against the Australian dollar versus the US dollar. Okay, so in order for us to make a decision, we need to identify what's happening on those markets. Let's say our bias is I want to go long. So let's say at this moment in time, we've come into this area of resistance here on pound Aussie, and the price is coming into an area of potential support down in this little area here. Well, if my bias was to look at that as a technical reason to get long on pound Aussie, then what do I need the major currency pairs to do? Well, I need the Australian dollar versus the US dollar to go lower, okay? And I need the pound versus the US dollar to go higher, okay? So in theory, I need this market to be at support, okay? And I need this market to be at resistance, because that's what's going to give me the difference between looking at a long or short position on pound Aussie. Now, the example that I've got here is from Wednesday, the 3rd of January. Now, I pointed this position out because you can see how the market has rallied here ever since it kind of consolidated down towards that 1.87 level and then rallied all the way up into the 1.93. Well, a lot of people would just say, well, yeah, because you can see that it's coming to a support area, it's broken out, and from a technical reason, I'm going to get long. But if you go and take a look at the major currency pairs, it gives us a really big insight to what can happen next. So let's kick it off with cable. Where was cable on that particular day? Well, it was at support. It was at this range low in here, okay? Now, cable hasn't necessarily rallied aggressively away. It's been within a sort of 200 pip trading range between the 126 handle and the 128 handle. So it hasn't really gone anywhere aggressively, but it's been in a trading range. That means that it's holding its own against the US dollar at the moment, which has expanded and gone a little bit more aggressively stronger recently. Now, price has found support here. It's in that trading range. So in a trading range, you expect the market to move from the low to the high. Now, if we go take a look at the Australian dollar versus the US dollar at that time, we can see that it actually came into an area of resistance and was pushing away from that resistance level, and it was heading down to some key areas of support, one being the 0.6650 handle and the other being the 0.6525 area, which is this area where price is at this current moment in time. So you can see the difference there. Pound US dollar is at support. The Australian dollar versus the US dollar was at resistance, pulling away from that resistance level, selling off from that resistance points. That's what created this upward momentum here on pound Aussie. So before you go and trade this market, make sure that you understand where the major currency pairs are positioned before you go and look at any cross pair. It works for every cross pair, so please make sure that you do look at that if you're going to go and trade any cross pair, and especially for this video on pound Aussie. Thanks for watching the video. I hope that made sense. If you enjoyed it, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.